Hello and welcome. Today we will discuss some important facts about journalism. आज के इस वीडियो के माध्यम से हम जर्नलिज्म से संबंधित कुछ रोचक जानकारियों पर चर्चा करेंगे, जैसे कि दुनिया का पहला अखबार कौन सा था, भारत का पहला अखबार कौन सा था, ऐसा कौन सा देश है जहां अखबार कपड़े पर छपता है। ये ऐसे कुछ रोचक तथ्य हैं जर्नलिज्म से संबंधित। इन सभी तथ्यों पर आज हम इस वीडियो के माध्यम से चर्चा करेंगे। शुरुआत करते हैं दुनिया के पहले अखबार से। एक्टा डायोना एक्टा डायोना वाज द फर्स्ट न्यूज़पेपर पब्लिश्ड इन रोम around 59 BC. Initially it was a handwritten. Acta Diurna was डेली रोमन ऑफिशियल नोटिसेस। जो प्राचीन रोम शासन था वहाँ पब्लिक प्लेस पे डेली ऑफिशियल नोटिसेस वहाँ लगते थे। एक दिन दो दिन नोटिस लगते थे, बाद में इनको हटा लिया जाता। नो वन नोज व्हेन फर्स्ट प्रिंटिंग प्रेस वाज इन्वेंटेड और हु इन्वेंटेड इट, बट the oldest known printed text dated in China during first millennium AD. The Diamond Sutra, a Buddhist book from Tunhong, China, from around 868 AD during the Tang Dynasty, is said to be oldest known print है कि डायमंड सूत्र सबसे पुरानी प्रिंटेड बुक है जो चाइना में छपी थी, ऐसा माना जाता है। मॉडर्न न्यूज़पेपर इज ए यूरोपियन इन्वेंशन. First true newspaper arrived after Johannes Gutenberg introduced his movable type printing press to the European world around 1440. The first regularly published newspaper appeared in German, and the newspaper was Relation. Relation was the first regular published newspaper of the world, and it was printed by Johann Carolus in 1605. World Association of Newspaper recognized Relation as the world's first news. World Association of Newspaper ने ये माना है कि सही मायनों में Relation was the first newspaper of the world, and the Relation was first regularly published newspaper that appeared in German. Oxford Gazette was the first English newspaper published in 1665 in Oxford. Later, the newspaper moved to London in 1666 and was renamed London Gazette. Oxford Gazette later became London Gazette is said to be the oldest surviving English newspaper. It is still published. In America, the first newspaper was Boston in 1690. The Daily Current was the world's first daily newspaper. It was appeared in 1702 in London. Spain is the country where newspaper is printed on cloth, not on paper. स्पेन ऐसा देश है जहां न्यूज़पेपर क्लॉथ पे या कपड़े पर पब्लिश होता है, कागज पे नहीं। पब्लिक अक्रेंसेज अमेरिका का पहला न्यूज़पेपर है, और द ऑक्सफोर्ड गजट जो बाद में लंदन गजट के नाम से पब्लिश होने लग गया, ये फर्स्ट इंग्लिश न्यूज़पेपर है या पहला अंग्रेजी में छपने वाला न्यूज़पेपर है, जिसकी शुरुआत 1665 में ऑक्सफोर्ड में हुई थी। बाद में ऑक्सफोर्ड गजट को लंदन गजट के नाम से जाना जाने लगा। जोसेफ पुलित्जर। Joseph Pulitzer is the father of journalism. Joseph Pulitzer was a Hungarian-born journalist and newspaper publisher, born in 1847. In 1912, the first school of journalism was established at Columbia University. Columbia University started the Pulitzer Prize. Pulitzer Prize is an award of excellent achievements in newspaper, magazine, online journalism, literature, and musical composition within United States of America. The Pulitzer Award presented by Columbia University. And first Pulitzer prizes were awarded in 1970. Prizes are awarded yearly in 21 कैटेगरी। अवार्ड में एक गोल्ड मेडल और कैश प्राइज दिया जाता है। First newspaper printed in India was Bengal Gazette, also known as Calcutta General Advertiser. Bengal Gazette, popularly known as Hickey's Gazette. This is an old copy of Bengal Gazette. The first newspaper printed in India was the Bengal Gazette, published in 1780 by James Augustus Hickey. James Augustus Hickey was an Irishman. In November 1780, another newspaper, namely the India Gazette, appeared, and India Gazette was supported by the company government, the government of East India Company in India. Later, some more newspaper also appeared, namely Calcutta Gazette, the Madras Courier, and Bombay Herald. James Augustus Hickey is known as father of Indian journalism, or father of newspaper in India. In year 1556, first printing machine set up in Goa. In year 1557, the first book, Doctrina Christ, was published by Saint Francis Xavier. In year 1578, Doctrina Christ was translated in Tamil, and it was first Indian language printed book. Thambiran Vanakkam was the first Indian language printed book. It was translated book in Tamil language. A second printing press set up in Coromandel Coast. Third printing press in Bombay. Fourth printing press in Kerala. And fifth press in Tanjore. In Tamil Nadu, it was the second press in Tamil Nadu. Udant Martand. Udant Martand, which means the rising sun. Udant Martand was the first Hindi language newspaper published in India. It was published on May 30, 1826 from Calcutta. Published every Tuesday by Pandit Jugal Kishore Shukla. उदंत मार्तंड हिंदी का भारत में छपने वाला पहला समाचार पत्र है जो कलकत्ता में छपता था। पंडित जुगल किशोर शुक्ला ने ये समाचार पत्र शुरू किया था। 30 मई 1826 को इस पेपर की शुरुआत हुई थी। तो प्रत्येक मंगलवार को ये अखबार छपता था। बॉम्बे समाचार, फाउंडेड इन 1822, printed in Gujarati, is oldest newspaper in Asia still in print. गुजरात समाचार जिसकी शुरुआत 1822 में हुई थी, गुजराती भाषा में छपने वाला ये समाचार पत्र है जो एशिया का सबसे पुराना समाचार पत्र है जो अभी भी छप रहा है ना? बॉम्बे समाचार। टाइम्स ऑफ इंडिया, टाइम्स ऑफ इंडिया is oldest English language newspaper in India. Started in year 1838 as Bombay Times and Journal of Commerce, which later become Times of India. The Times of India is most read English newspaper in India. The newspaper was founded by a British journalist and politician Thomas Joel Bennett. In 1946, the paper was bought from its British owner by industrialist Ramkrishna Dalmia. Now the company fully owned and operated by a Jain family. Important newspapers during Indian freedom struggle. इंडिया के फ्रीडम स्ट्रगल में इम्पोर्टेंट रोल रहा न्यूज़पेपर्स का। कुछ न्यूज़पेपर्स हैं जो हमारे फ्रीडम फाइटर्स द्वारा शुरू किए गए थे, उनकी एक थोड़ा सा हम ओवरव्यू लेते हैं। एक न्यूज़पेपर था संवाद कौमुदी, फाउंडेड बाय राम मोहन राय in 1819. Another newspaper, Mirat ul Akbar, founded by Raja Ram Mohan Rai in year 1822. Rashtra Goptar, it was a Gujarati newspaper founded by Dadabhai Naoroji in 1854. Som Prakash was founded by Ishwar Chand Vidyasagar. It was a weekly newspaper started in 1858. Indian Mirror founded by Devendra Nath Tagore in 1862. One important newspaper, Amrit Bazar Patrika, started by Shishir Kumar Ghosh and Motilal Ghosh in year 1868. Another important newspaper, Hindu, started by Veer Raghavacharya and G.S. Iyer in 1878. The Kesari, it was a Marathi newspaper started by Bal Gangadhar Tilak in 1881. Prabudh Bharat, it was founded by P. Swami, B.R. Rajaram Iyer, G.G. Narsimacharya, B.V. Kameswara Iyer on the behalf of Swami Vivekananda. The paper was started in 1896. Another news magazine, Udbodhan, it was a magazine founded by Swami Vivekananda in 1899. One important newspaper, Indian Opinion, started by Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi, popularly known as Mahatma Gandhi. The paper was started in 1903. Another newspaper, Vande Mataram, it was an English newspaper founded by Arbindo Ghosh in year 1905. Bombay Chronicle. Bombay Chronicle was English newspaper founded by Firoz Shah Mehta in the year 1910. Comrade. It was a weekly newspaper in English language started by Maulana Muhammad Ali. The paper was started in 1911. Two important Urdu weekly newspaper started by Abdul Kalam Azad in year 1912. These were Al Balag and Al Hilal. Both papers were started by Abdul Kalam Azad, and both papers were Urdu weekly newspaper. Ganesh Shankar Vidyarthi founded Pratap. Pratap was a Hindi language newspaper started in 1913. Annie Besant founded New India in 1914. Motilal Nehru started Independent in 1919. In the same year, Young India, a weekly journal, was founded by Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi, or we can say Mahatma Gandhi. In 1920, Mook Naik was a Marathi weekly started by B.R. Ambedkar. Hindustan Times, a English newspaper started by Surendra Singh Lalpuri in 1924. In 1929, Navjeevan weekly newspaper started by Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi. In 1932, Harijan, a weekly news journal started by Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi, or we can say Mahatma Gandhi. In 1936, Hindustan Dainik, a Hindi newspaper, was started by Madan Mohan Malviya. Main regional newspaper of India. The Lokmat. Lokmat is the Marathi language newspaper. Gujarati language, Gujarati Samachar. Malayalam language, Malayalam Manorama. Tamil language, Delhi Thanti. Telugu language, Inadu. Kannada language, Vijay Karnataka. And Bengali language, Anand Bazar Patrika. The Marathi language, Lokmat, Gujarati Samachar, Malayalam Manorama, Delhi Thanti, Tamil language newspaper Inadu, Kannada language Vijay Karnataka, and Bengali language newspaper Anand Bazar are important regional newspaper of India. There are some prominent Hindi newspapers. हिंदी में प्रकाशित होने वाले भारत के मुख्य समाचार पत्र हैं दैनिक जागरण, दैनिक भास्कर, अमर उजाला, देवभूमि, नवभारत टाइम्स, हिंदुस्तान दैनिक, प्रभात खबर, राजस्थान पत्रिका एंड पंजाब केसरी. All these are important newspaper in Hindi being published in India. भारत में प्रकाशित होने वाले हिंदी भाषा के प्रमुख समाचार पत्र हैं दैनिक जागरण, दैनिक भास्कर, अमर उजाला, देवभूमि, मिरर, नवभारत टाइम्स, हिंदुस्तान दैनिक, प्रभात खबर, राजस्थान पत्रिका, पंजाब केसरी इत्यादि. प्रोमिनेंट इंग्लिश न्यूज़पेपर, भारत में प्रकाशित होने वाले प्रमुख अंग्रेजी भाषा के समाचार पत्र, जिसमें टाइम्स ऑफ इंडिया. टाइम्स ऑफ इंडिया इज मोस्ट इंपोर्टेंट इंग्लिश न्यूज़पेपर इन इंडिया. Second one is the Hindu. Hindu is also important English newspaper. Next one is the Times of the Economic Times, Mumbai Mirror, the Telegraph, the Indian Express, the New Indian Express, Hindustan Times, Deccan Chronicle, Mint, and New Delhi Times. The Times of India, the Hindu, the Economic Times, Mumbai Mirror, the Telegraph, the Indian Express, the New Indian Express, Hindustan Times, Deccan Chronicle, Mint, and New Delhi Times are the prominent English newspapers. Radio broadcasting was initiated in 1927 but became a state responsibility only in 1930. In 1937, radio broadcasting was given name of All India Radio, and since 1957 it has been called Akashvani. Limited duration of television programming began in 1959 and complete broadcasting followed in 1965. In 1997, an autonomous body was established in the name of Prasar Bharati to take care of public service broadcasting under the Prasar Bharati Act. Akashvani, earlier known as All India Radio, and Doordarshan, which earlier were working as a media unit under Ministry of Information and Broadcasting, become constituents of the new body means Prasar Bharati. On 16 November 2006, Government of India released Community Radio Policy, which allowed agricultural centers, educational institutions, and civil society organizations to apply for a community-based FM broadcasting license. Community radio is allowed 100-watt effective radiated power 100 watt with a maximum tower height of 30 meters.